Howdy everyone. We are back, day number 3 of working on our bounder. So we got the gas tank put back up last night. Definitely need to torque it a little bit more and make sure that everything is lined up and tightened. Josh went to O'Reilly's last night and got some more diesel fuel line. So we are going to be able to replace the entire fuel line from our tank all the way back to our Cummins engine. So stay tuned. That's what we're working on today. Where we left off last night, we were trying to get both of these bolts lined up appropriately. So after I finished up for the night, I realized that the jacks do have some play behind it. So you will have to hold it down with one arm and then stick your other arm up behind it so that you can reach to hand tighten both of those nuts. I've taken my vice grips. I've got hold of the actual bolt. Now I'm going to take my 19, and that allows me to hand tighten as much as possible before I use the impact to get them all the way tight. Just a simple trick. These bolts here tighten without having to hold anything, or should I say these nuts. This one, however, I know it's hard to see and pay no attention to my awful, dirty, disgusting hands, but this particular one, I have an open-end wrench sitting on top of the bolt. So now I should be able to tighten this nut. We're going to continue this same process. So open end wrench on the outside. Same thing is going to go for all of these bolts. Stick your open end wrench up in here, hold it, and that will allow you to tighten it. And just like that, we have them all tightened. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to film it for you because it did take both of my hands to hold it and tighten it all the way. I know that with the new hose, I'm definitely going to have to go ahead and connect it to the other one I already have up there. So got 1/2 inch barbs and 5/16 barbs. I'm going to go ahead and do one side of this. I also have some new hose clamps. In my last video, you saw where I hooked it up to the old gas lines, which are a little bit rusty. So thank you to Josh. He went and got the new hoses like you saw me with earlier. I have them ran. I ran them along the exact same location that the metal hoses are in. So now I'm going to disconnect it from the metal hoses. I have some new barbs and I'm going to connect these hoses together. So first I have to disconnect it. Got that one unscrewed. That one done as well. Y'all, isn't this the cutest little thing? Ignore my nasty hands, but the Craftsman 1/4 inch, it is awesome. Tiny enough to go into these tight spaces. Let me get this off. Sitting there, twist it and pull at the same time. Looks like I am gonna need both of my hands. I ended up having to use a little pick to get them off of it. You see I ripped that one a little bit and I could not get this one off at all. So I just cut it because there's still plenty of extra to go through. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in to clean it up, and we'll go ahead and connect the two together. You do have to be careful because if you go backwards on these barbs, some of them are sharp. Take that from experience. All right, get it in as far as you can. Alrighty. I know I'm not giving y'all the best angles, but now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that closed. All right, we got our 5/16 ready. Do not forget, you're gonna put the clamp on first. Otherwise, you're gonna have to disconnect everything and get it back together. All right, I got my clamp on. Now I'm gonna feed that barb into the 5/16. And I'm gonna need both hands. I did go ahead and insert both of them in. Now I'm just gonna finish tightening these all of the way. Get them nice and snug. While I am right here, I am gonna go ahead and zip tie all of these lines together. I want to prevent as much of that additional vibration as possible. And let's see if I can do it one-handed. Maybe not. Hold on a second for your patience. Go ahead and tighten them down. Get your lines laid out as best as possible. We did not do this. This is the transmission line that we had replaced. I did fold it up there a little bit instead of it being hanging down a little low, but I'm gonna continue this all the way down, zip tying as I go. While I've been under here, I have been cleaning a lot of the rust off of as much as I can. So definitely, y'all, just a best practice, go ahead and get you several cans of this Rust-Oleum undercoating, and we're gonna go ahead and spray it in some of these places as well.
It's okay if it gets on some of those new hoses. The main thing that we are trying to protect is going to be the frame and any exposed metal, prevent it from rusting any further.
All right, so as always, you're gonna put your clamp on first. Then we're going to join these together. Get it all the way on there. Yep. Now, I need to loosen this just a hair. The same process is gonna go for all of them. You wanna get that as close to the edge as possible without going too far. Now let me get this tightened. I had already ran my new line all the way above the transmission and all the hydraulic pumps. I should be able to pull it back a little. Awesome. As you can see, hopefully you can see here. I can't promise how dark it is because my light ain't working. But there are my new lines. So I've got my 1/2 inch and I've got my 5/16 up there as well. Let me zip tie it this place as well. Alrighty, I got that nice and tight. Let's go ahead and continue. All right, if my calculations are correct, This line here is the old metal 5/16. We trace that all the way up. Y'all, I know it is super hard to see because I am limited with light, but that goes all the way up to the top of the engine. All right, maybe that's a little bit better for you, but this one goes all the way up to the top up there, and it looks like that connects to a fuel rail. So I'm going to disconnect this and then run my 5/16 to it, and I hope I have enough. I should. And of course, we've got some type of leak. Kind of looks like transmission fluid. I can't tell. Maybe that's our hydraulic pump. There's no telling. But it got it nice and nasty up in here. That light y'all see up there, right behind that white filter right here, that is directly above. So since we have a diesel pusher, our king size bed in the very back sits directly above the engine. So I've got that shelf picked up, or the bed picked up on hydraulics, so that I could see looking down also. That line definitely was diesel. As you can see, some of it's still coming out. So of course that's the old line, and I'm assuming that this is going to be my 1/2" line. And I was correct. That was the gas line. So I have all of it completed. I am a mess. Got that 5/16, and I got it connected up here for the 1/2". The generator, I did get this hose replaced, and this one, made sure I put them back in the same locations as they were before. I definitely have seen better days. I am absolutely disgusting. So we did get all of the fuel lines replaced. We got the gas tank raised back up, so we are good to go on that front. Next, we've got to prime the system, so stay tuned. Y'all come back and see me. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I do greatly appreciate if you give me a like, if you give me a follow, hit that subscribe button, whatever you need to do. Stay tuned for more updates on our 93 Bounder. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.